Each week, Val and Amber make royal predictions and track breaking news headlines.
And the phrase, something lost is found. This is a release of possibly hostages, freedom. This is freedom and release in the coming week or month, I would say.
It goes pretty fast. There's almost like a group of politicians who are very successful here. Welcome to World Predictions and Royal Revelations. I'm Astrologer Val Evans. It's Friday, October 10th, and I'll be reading the charts and cards with Amber from Taurus Moon Tarot to find out what's ahead this week in the news and what's brewing about the alleged Sussex plot. I'll be using a predictive astrology technique using soul return charts that you will not be able to find anywhere else online. So even if you're not a royal watcher or into world politics, it's a good way to learn astrology. And thanks to my members, the valedictorians, you make this show possible, as well as our incredible replay crew. Welcome to all my current and new subscribers as well. And thanks to all who comment, share, and give us hypes, which is a new way to show that you like a show. It really helps us out. We're going to review clues about a Sussex plot, and we're also going to be talking about friendship ruled by Aquarius. I'm going to also show you how to make your own weekly prediction. So I haven't told Amber anything about what I'm talking about, so it'll be interesting to see what she came up with or some of the thoughts that she had. So let me see if I can pull a card, maybe something that has to do with what we're going to talk about today. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Justice. We are going to be talking about friendship today. Oh, and that's Aquarius. And it's going to be between Victoria Beckham as well as the Duchess. So there's stuff behind closed doors here. I'm going to show you how to see where your friends are in your chart, and we're going to use those two as a case study. And don't forget the secret career code. It's my book on Amazon. You can find out all this stuff. And that includes, will you have success in your job in the next 6 months? What conflicts could arise? What's your boss doing behind the scenes? And a lot more. So definitely check that out. You can do it yourself. Check out The Guardian Angel Arrives, True Crime Tuesday. You can see what we talked about for the Amy Bradley case and Amy's Last Dinner. Now, I am going to teach you a quick lesson before I bring Amber in. How do I create a chart to make a personal weekly prediction? It's not that hard, actually. You just go to AstroSeek and you're going to pull a chart, but you're going to use Sunday. It starts the week. You're going to use your time for your birthday. And you're going to put that in there. And then you're going to use the city that you're in now. So basically, not really your date of birth. It's going to be the Sunday, which starts your week, and then your actual birth time. Oh, you're going to get some predictions. This is going to be where you are this week. That's the location. You're going to be able to not only see what's going on, but you'll be able to see the days where things start to manifest, what you're going to be doing this week, which is the first house, how your money's going to be this week, which would be the second house, what you're thinking about, the third house, what's going on in your home. And a lot of people are interested in this because they work from home. So they want to find out if things are going to go smoothly that week. Fifth house will be family and having fun, also dating. You'll be able to see how your dating life is going this week. And then also your health and your coworkers, actually. So you can also see how things are shaping up through the week and which days. So it's kind of like what we do with world politics, but you can do it for yourself. It seems like a long time since we saw you last. It was a long news week, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
We're going to be talking about omens and symbols. Before we do that, though, can you tell us some of your insight for this week?
Yeah, for the week ahead, I actually have, and you mentioned it. We have not spoken. I don't know what you're going to share, so I'm always curious when we do that. I have a couple of things. I have ninth house energy and the word voyage, a voyage, but it's something that may go wrong, and a lot of Aquarius energy. I have the star in reverse. We've seen that before, but in conjunction with my thinker card, which I do read as an Aquarius card. And I'm not sure what's happening with the star in reverse. That can be, friendships go south. It can be technology goes south, anything Aquarius that sort of is turned on its head, but it might have to do with boats because I have to the sea in reverse, which makes me think of voyage. And I have Sag energy and Gemini energy. So
Okay.
we'll see what you have.
We will have to see.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with omens and symbols. I've got a ton of charts I'm going to try to get through.
Yeah.
The first thing is we're talking, it's funny, you talk about boats and the sea. There we go. The Pisces problem. So the Pisces problem, there's a Pisces problem. The archetypal imagery is of two fish swimming in opposite directions. As an example, we need to rebrand the Department of Defense to the Department of War, but yet we want a peace prize. So it's going to be lots of irony, lots of what people are going to see as hypocrisy pulled in two directions. You want to go this way, but then you want to go that way. And so that's the Neptune there. And Neptune also in Aries can show that there's that type of thing going on with the military. And Saturn is sort of like you're sort of stuck. You're stuck swirling around in that water. Last week, before I get into the next omen, Katie Porter, we were talking about a quote unquote evil woman. Now, 18 doesn't necessarily mean evil, but it does mean the F word. It means people saying things that are bad, giving a bad message. And so we saw that last week. And I just wanted to follow up with this, how a former member of Congress, now running for California governor, she was seen in the headlines because she was yelling at someone, yelling at a staffer. Or tears into her, whatever you're going to believe. Now, this came in my inbox, the New York Times, the morning, a Gaza deal. So that's like the first thing I see in the morning. The world is waking up to an agreement between Israel and Hamas. What is Pisces? Pisces is gas, right? So we're talking about Gaza, which is like gas. We're talking about gas.
Yes.
So crazy. And what is gas? Gas is, you can't really put your finger on what it is. There's nothing solid there. We're seeing a lot of military, and we're seeing Neptune moving into Aries. Well, Neptune means to go missing. Aries represents the military. So what happened after the big confab between all the military leaders in the US? Well, two of them quit right after that meeting. So military leaders, poof, they vanish. And we're going to be seeing more of that because Neptune, I mean, it's just starting. Last week, we were talking about this, would have been this week. And Thursday was when everything came in about Gaza. And so that would have been Scorpio. And Scorpio is the Middle East. And we have a little blue line here to North Node. This is pretty famous because of the moon here, but it shows, I would say Pisces is probably Gaza. They receive something, and it would be good news for some. Of course, we've got Black Moon Lilith there, so there's some stuff happening. Can we get a card from you? It all seems everybody's crying tears of joy. There's a lot of excitement and happiness, but is there something behind this deal that Trump is brokering with Netanyahu?
It's interesting. There might be some, I mean, this is the wounded warrior. So if people are being released and, there might be some fallout or some wounds, but it's a yes to something behind it. And this hanged man is that there's probably a bump coming, a speed bump, a hiccup. Maybe there's a stop. Maybe there's a period of not releasing and holding people back. I mean, there's some perseverance. This is always about perseverance, but I do feel like there could be something that halts, stops it, and then it picks up again. Yeah.
I feel like there is somebody's getting paid off.
I just got that 5 of Pentacles, money.
Jen, you said Melania, deal done with Putin to return missing Ukrainian children to their parents. 8 already reunited with parents. Double hostage return prediction materialized Israel and Ukraine. Yes. Good call, Elfaz. So the war is not over. Could we get a yes or no? Is the war over between Israel and Hamas?
You know, this is the answer to that question is it's stalled.
Oh.
There's a pause. 4 of Pentacles is a withholding, but it's not a yes or no, in my opinion. I read that as a stall.
Okay.
Or pause.
There was a big grand trine. If you see a grand trine in your chart, it's a really good thing. People are getting things, especially with the North Node here. And it could be Piscean related. We are seeing so much Pisces in the news right now. And of course, Putin has to be in the middle of it. We were talking about who's going to get married. This is a Grammy winner who got married suddenly. Didn't know who she was. There were actually 3 people who got married. We're still Friday, October 10th. We still got one more day to go. So I wonder if there might be anybody over the weekend, but we're keeping an eye on who was getting married. Why did we say that? Because it was in the intro. You could see how there was success with Libra, which often means a marriage. We've got a Nobel snub. And how interesting a Venezuelan female
Yeah.
would get the prize. Is there going to be some type of blowback is the word?
You know, it's all, well, I think there's some kind of, there could be. There could be.
Yeah.
And it's very public. It's very public. But it's like shouting your pain, shouting about your pain. I mean, look at her face. Just like,
Yeah, I really wanted that prize. And I think he especially wants it because there was a former president who got it. There were a couple. And he wants to be especially seen as high ranking as that recent former president.
Yeah.
That's right. It was a good move on her part. Actually, the lady who won dedicated the award to President Trump. Probably safe to do that. Probably safe. Hello, Linda. Nice to see you. And Kate, great. So nice to see you. And thank you for joining. Aries Rainbow Child is here. I know I didn't put that there. I don't even know how to say his name, but is it Markiplier? YouTuber. I didn't put it up there because I didn't think you guys would know who that was.
No.
But remember we were talking last week about Amy? Well, he married a girl named Amy. So I don't know.
Well,
Just kind of funny. So,
yeah.
Okay, so I'm catching up here. Thank you, Shauna, for saying that. All right, let's get back here. So yeah, this was last week, and we had a couple of T squares coming in, especially this one, and this seemed to be an earthquake. And so Jupiter would come in on the Friday. Now, I thought there might be something that came in on Monday, and I'll have to go back and see why I thought that, but it came in Friday, and this was the Philippines. They had a pretty significant earthquake. And why was it on Friday? Because the 6th house is Friday and Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and there's a big T square where people died. And of course, Aquarius represents earthquakes. So we would have been able to see that would activate that way. Yeah. And yeah, there's the Philippines. Kills at least 5. Wow. And there is Pluto in Aquarius. Also, I believe there were two earthquakes, and they were offshore. So there's that Mercury there, and it's squaring. You could see Jupiter, so it would show that two were coming in there. Whereas Mercury meaning 2. Doesn't always mean Gemini. I mean, or Gemini doesn't always mean 2. Sometimes it can just simply be Mercury. But I thought it was super interesting that with the rising sign in Cancer, which represents white, we were seeing a lot of people during Fashion Week, including Meghan Markle, wearing white. A lot of women, Cancer, Jupiter being a lot wearing white.
Yeah.
Now, today's show is going to be interesting. This is where we pull the chart, and it's for today. It's at my time. And good
Right.
Lord, we've got Pluto there. And
Mhm.
Pluto represents, I mean, it is in a grand trine here. Now, one of the things that we're going to be talking about, and in fact, I pulled this chart trying to figure it out before I put together the lesson today, and I
Yeah.
wasn't even thinking about what it was about, but it does have to do a lot with the clothing industry because we're going to
Mhm.
be talking about Victoria Beckham and Meghan Markle, and so they are doing pretty well for themselves, both of them at the moment.
Mhm.
And we've got a nice grand trine there. But it is going to show that somehow we are going to be making a prediction, or
Yeah.
we should say the cards and charts, or we should say some of you guys, because you
Yes.
really help us out.
Yeah.
But Kathy, I think, said last week something about Amy Schumer, and it was
Yeah.
just a few days later that she came out in the news talking about her
Uh-huh.
legs, which is kind of random. But
Yeah.
so we're looking at a pretty big prediction here if we're up to
Mhm.
it. Could be
Okay.
pretty good. Pluto in Aquarius, yet another earthquake. This
Mhm.
could be coming in on Sunday. Wait, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday or Wednesday. Are we looking at another earthquake this week?
I mean, it does make me go back to that Aquarius card and the To the Sea. That they're both in the reverse. Could it be another one under the sea, like we've seen? That does make me think of that.
Exactly.
But
Yes.
Sunday, we oh, that's a yes,
Wow.
and that's a yes.
Okay. Okay.
It'd be quite destructive. I haven't seen that card in a while.
Okay. Well, this
Mhm.
seems like a big one. This seems like a big one
Mhm.
because the tower is usually big. It is a shift. It is a big change. If we
Yeah.
were talking about something that was not so good, we wouldn't be talking about the blue lines. We would be talking about the red lines. So let's see where they go. They
Mhm.
go up here, and this is in the news. Look at how the ninth house is in the news.
Mm.
We've got
Oh,
We've got, Scorpio there. Then we
yes.
also have this in Aries here in the 3rd house.
Mhm.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, so there we go, Scorpio,
Mhm.
and okay, did I get this right? No. Okay, this is our show, so
Mhm.
I can't really put in the days on this one. I can only do that on the Sunday at 12 o'clock. So can't really get timing from this, but let me see what else. We've got Aries, which is heat,
Mhm.
Scorpio, which is, I mean, it could be, there's so much news about the Middle East right now. It wouldn't surprise me that there would be an earthquake in the middle of all of it. Are we
Mhm.
talking about an earthquake in the Middle East? I'm just going to ask you that first.
Okay. Hmm. It's the Magician in reverse, which I would say indicates a no. But if Mercury is in its worst aspects, which is what that is typically, if I just read it as its meaning to me intuitively, that's actually sort of negative. Mercury at its worst. And that
Okay.
could be, yeah, whether.
Because of Scorpio and the fact that Mercury is in the middle of this,
Mhm.
and let me show you, because we've got this shows weather. There's a
Mhm.
weather event here that is
Yes.
coming in. It is could it be a hurricane? Could it
Could
be a
it be a
hurricane this week?
sandstorm? What is that called? A
What is it?
who? The sandstorms?
Oh,
What
yes.
is that? A hoob or
You asked me before and I forgot.
something? I forgot too, but I
You
mean, you
got it
look at
right last time.
it. This is the background for him. Looks, like a desert, and this swirling. It just made me think of the sand and some kind of weather like that. Yeah, when you said hurricane. I don't know.
Yeah, the desert makes sense. There's some kind of desert storm, but we could be looking at an earthquake. Pluto is so like right on the rising sign. So could it be near one of us?
Mm. Justice in the upright's a yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay. And Elphaz wants to know, can it be a tsunami?
Hmm. I got a couple cards where it has to do with 2 again. So, if there's an earthquake, it causes a tsunami. I'm seeing 2. There's 2 of something. And 9 of Cups along with that in the middle, that's a lot of water. So I would say possibly I could see it.
It makes me think San Francisco or something like that. I don't know why. But
Yeah.
because it's been rumbling over there. I don't know. Anyway, we could sit here all day, but let me all right, let me see. Whoops. All right. So moving on, we've got a nice this is for our show. So we've got a nice mystic rectangle. This is the clothing industry. This is pets. It is perfection. It's being clean. These are people who are just cleaning, and they're all wearing white, and they have money, and they might be on the internet. I don't know. Somebody's cleaning something, but it also looks like maybe some type of pets. So maybe we're going to see something that has to do with pets. And then we have this T square here with Jupiter. And yeah, this, I'm not sure. This could be something political coming in, but I'm going to wait to get to the next one.
Yeah.
And so this is October 12th. This is the chart for this week starting October 12th. And we're coming from all of the women in white to now the Leos. The cats are going to be happy. And we've got the sun aspecting. And this is powerful. This is hot. This is heat. This is a desert. We talked about that last time you talked about the desert. So that's going to be on Sunday. So here is the chart for the week. And we've got the sun right here at 18 degrees. Uh-oh, somebody else is saying the F word here. And we've got a couple of good things for politicians, but there is something here with the T square, and it could have to do. This is London. So this is London. This could have something to do with the House of Commons. It could be Parliament. What are you getting for Parliament? It looks a little ugly this week. It looks ugly every week, but
wow. That's definitely someone screaming something negative. These are words. It's painful words. Maybe there's a shouting match with 2 opposite parties.
Okay. Yeah.
It could be some kind of shouting match.
Yeah, that makes sense. It definitely looks like somebody's very, very, very angry there. But we have there is a politician who is really doing something that the internet absolutely loves. It could be a group because of Gemini here. This is a group of politicians. Maybe it's a continued love fest because of Gaza. There's something here with the moon and Gemini. Could be somebody in television who's getting married. Could be something like we're seeing a politician on a train or waving out of a church or something like that. So that's on Sunday. Then once we get really to it's going to be Monday night, Mercury is here. And this is Mercury squaring Pluto. Somebody wants revenge here. And it looks like it could be another maybe incident. So that could come in on Tuesday or late Wednesday. Sometimes Scorpio represents a subway. Tuesday or Thursday, like a subway or something. What are you getting?
Let's see. Oh. Um, this is something about, maybe it has to do with the way down to the subway, the escalators, the stairs. Something occurs structurally. I'm getting like structural issue. I wasn't getting attack. I was getting more of like an incident around the tube structure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, we keep getting stairs, so that's very
Stairs.
interesting.
Yes.
It is also, again, because whenever Mercury is in a square to anything, it does represent weather or a weather event.
Will
And
get
so
flooded.
you think there's flooding?
The tube could be flooded.
Yeah, the tube could be flooded. Sure, because Scorpio is a water sign. But yeah, so if you were wanting to travel in London, I wouldn't travel maybe in the afternoon or the evening on Wednesday or on Monday night or all of Tuesday. But yeah, there could be some tube things going on. I'm
Mhm.
trying to think about the weather though with Scorpio. Yeah,
Mm,
more dust, more
mm,
that kind of thing.
yeah.
But
Black smoke.
yeah, something it's kind of
Mm,
wild here with and also there's air. So with
mm,
Aquarius, we're looking at things that are in the air. So don't know what that is. Okay. So we're going to get on to the friendship with or lack of with
mm,
Victoria and the Duchess. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into their solar returns to see what's happening. So if you wanted to do that, you could go to AstroSeek, just click solar return after you pull your birth chart, and then click solar only. Oh, hold on.
mhm.
There we go. So there you go. So solar return, then solar only. So this is Victoria Beckham's chart. Now, I don't know if you've caught that Netflix yet, but it is very entertaining and quite interesting because Victoria Beckham, and keep in mind, Victoria is a Leo name. Victoria is Queen Victoria. So I think of her in a Leo sense.
Mhm.
She had, it seems like she's having some real success with this documentary as well as her Paris showing, Fashion Week, all of that stuff. Now, I believe they filmed it from last Fashion Week in Paris, but you could see that she's having a lot of success. Nice grand trine. Always want a good grand trine. But if you want to see, and here's why I'm interested. We saw Meghan Markle coming to Paris Fashion Week as there's so much about Victoria Beckham,
Yeah.
and she comes to support another designer, not Victoria Beckham.
Yeah.
And so that can create a little trouble. So in Victoria's chart, the 11th house represents your friend. And look at it's right in the area of a princess. So, and what's so interesting too is not only are you going to have maybe people who are royal, who are your friends that year,
Mhm.
but you're also going to have the Virgos too. And Virgos, the fashion industry, it's
Oh,
people
yes.
who like clothing, the Virgos. So
Right.
she's going to have two types of friends this year. You could look at the sun and you could look at Mercury.
Yeah.
And the problem is with the sun, you've got this big T square. So there is something here that is really, really troubling, probably upset Victoria.
Mm.
But at the same time, her firstborn, Brooklyn, is the fifth house. And the 11th house is his wife. So this is also, what's her name? Peltz? Nicole?
Yes.
Nicole?
Nicole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is also it's the royal
Mm.
friends and the wife of the firstborn is really giving her a little aggravation there. There's
Mhm.
also something coming up you could see because
Mm.
could make it a calendar. And already now this is where she's having massive success. And what's so interesting is as it drops, as her Netflix documentary drops, it's all about her makeup, And what
Mm.
is makeup? It's paint, so that's Pisces.
Ah,
And it also shows about her showing her clothes in the rain, and she was really trying to figure out how to make this happen, and it was
yes.
pouring rain. So all of that Pisces was coming in, which is super interesting. So all of this, you can tell this is a very big month for her with the
Mm.
stellium there in that month. But we're coming out to the later part here of October, later days, and that
Yeah.
T square is coming in. So I'm interested. I want to see what is happening here with Victoria and a royal friend.
Hmm.
What's the situation there? Ooh,
Let's see. Wow. You know, it's like the three again, but are there two other people? It's like you're moving away from some kind of drama. The Six of Swords. That's moving away from drama to sort of get past. It's maybe ending a friendship or this little group of three. It's like a breakup of that in like going to the next phase. I'm moving past something. She might
okay.
just close out a friendship.
Yeah. It,
Mhm.
it seems as if there's going to be something that happens that creates this T square.
Mhm.
Okay.
Again, the three of swords again. This is like standing out in this show today. So three people like war of words, nasty words.
But the other thing too, now this was a really good documentary in the sense that you could really see Victoria struggle and how she came out of it just through sheer perseverance over many, many years. Was
Yeah.
in a lot of debt. What I saw, if I recall, it was either in Harry's or Meghan's solar return chart was so much Virgo. Is Meghan thinking about getting into clothing and fashion? Is there going to be
Ooh.
some kind of announcement?
Oh, Knight of Wands. Yes, that's very possible.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking that that might be what that T square is, that people are swimming in other people's lanes, but we'll see. That's just a little piece of Victoria Beckham's chart, but nice that she has Libra. Libra rising is beauty, harmony, music. Oh, you can see how Venus rules the chart and is in this fantastic mini grand trine, which is really fast success. I don't even think she's seen it yet.
Mm.
She's starting to see it a little bit, but maybe around this time they're going to announce her number,
Right.
something that shows that she's made this massive, massive success. I think it's around her makeup brand, but
Mm.
if she were my client, I would say yes, go with the makeup.
Right.
These are also the gays too. I mean, that's
Mm.
Pisces, so she's got a lot of people around her in the fashion industry that are supporting her. But it looks as if this is her husband. Her husband does not like her getting into that. But what's
Mm.
interesting is it's going to be very successful. I see this all the time in charts
Yeah.
where there's one person that's like, I don't think you should do that and might be negative. And, the best thing to do is just ignore them.
Yeah.
Just go for the success. I tell her to probably start a line of paint because Pisces is also paint as well. So you could really double down on all that success. Why is it so successful? Because part of fortune in her solar return chart is conjunct Uranus, which is
Mhm.
super fast success
Yeah.
in something that she's endeavoring to do this year. All right, so now we've got Meghan Markle, and for Meghan, we've got Sag is in her 11th house. So Jupiter is here,
Yeah.
and Jupiter in Cancer can show a very famous friend because Cancer's fame. She's
Right.
also going to have some people who are Capricornian as well. So
Mhm.
Capricorn ruled by Saturn. This is in a little mini grand trine.
Mhm.
So she's got some friends that really want to help her. This is Meghan Markle, Duchess
Yeah.
Meghan Markle. But there is also somebody here, a famous lady who is probably trying to stop her, and that's right here. And this lady is super, super angry. This started her
Hmm.
birth chart was is it August? Yeah. So
Yeah.
August, September, October, November, December. It's around the holidays that something comes in. It's
Hmm.
possible that it's always dropping things at this or launching things at the same time. So it's
Yeah.
probably something that's happening there. There's that female. You might see her in white, and
Mm.
boy, is she angry. You can see that square to Mars. This lady is angry. Who is this angry woman?
Wow. Hmm. Someone, this is interesting. It's someone actually I would imagine it is a woman, obviously, but it could be someone that she does view as an ally who really is like a frenemy. This is kind of a frenemy vibe. I don't know why they're angry, but they might feel like they were tricked. This feels like you did this, so I did this, retaliation of something, but feels justified. The friend might feel justified in their anger toward her. And it might have to do with some kind of business that she's excited about. It's like over money or business.
That's interesting because the second house here. Now, the friend, if you wanted to see the friend's money, you'd go to the 12th house, which is the second from the 11th. And
Mm.
so here we go. We've got Saturn right here, and somebody's money is blocked and they are upset. So maybe they're excited about launching something, but then right at the end of the year, it's like, well, we decided we're going to wait until June. Something like that, which would be like, oh, I was expecting that money. So that might be coming in there.
Yeah.
Right now, we're going to get onto the Sussex plot. And actually, before I do that, I wanted to look at some of what is the Sussex plot? Well, I'm glad you asked, Deb, because that's all you're reading about is how the Duchess and the Duke, they both want back into the royal family. That's according to the tabloid headlines. So,
Yes.
Elphaz, you're asking, is it Kate? Is it about her Christmas special? Oh, that's a possibility. We could have a whole show on that one.
Yeah.
Jan, Camilla is going to be coming in. I do think that, but not for a few months.
Mhm.
And thank you, Toy. Everyone, remember to hit the like. Jan, you said William and David friendship. Will Catherine support Victoria? I think she will. And it's almost like the Beckhams are sort of in the middle there, and one is using the other for like revenge stuff. I hope not, but it could be the case.
Yeah.
Kimberly said, I don't think they want back in. Harry said he is happy in California. And yes, Deb, I'm glad you're feeling a little bit better. All right. And ninth house, Black Moon Lilith. Oh, yeah. Let's look at that real quick. Ninth house. Yeah, it looks as if this isn't for a little while yet, but this definitely is a royal. Or it could be somebody in sports as well because of Leo sports. But she actually might be part of that, where they both don't act right this year.
Yeah.
It's like they both act in a way that they're maybe not going to be proud of later on. I don't know. That's the Black Moon Lilith. But so much good for her. So there's a lot for her to be excited about.
Yeah.
Now, for Prince Harry, this is really interesting. And before I even get to this, I wanted to ask you point blank, is the Duchess Meghan and Prince Harry, are they trying to, is there a plot? Is there Project Thaw? Is it true?
This is contemplation.
Yes.
Of a big move. It's contemplation. Yeah.
Okay.
I would say, yeah.
And I mean, a plot doesn't always have to be negative, but wanting your family back, maybe a plan, maybe a plot is a little too harsh. It is a plan.
If there's reciprocity, this is sort of an exchange. Like we want to balance the scales. We want it to be equal financially or otherwise. It's like we're trying to balance it out.
Interesting. Now, this is Prince Harry's solar return chart, but it has planets on the outside. So this is his solar on the outside and his natal charts are on the inside. So I thought we'd look at this for a change. And what is Prince William in Prince Harry's chart? It's going to be the 11th house lord. So it's going to be Jupiter. So you can see that Jupiter is in a big square right now with Saturn and Neptune and Black Moon
Eee.
Lilith. So this is, I mean, don't even try. Do not even try. In fact, there might even be efforts to take away money of Prince Harry's somehow, or maybe opportunities where there's just like wanting to pull the rug out. That's what
Yeah.
that square is right there. So that can be difficult right now. But you're going to look, if you want to see what what your relationship's going to be like with someone, you can look at a bunch of solar return charts that, the next year and the next year and the next year.
Yeah.
It does look like it changes a little bit with him and his brother, but it doesn't look like there's even any chance of them talking or any warmth at all until maybe 2029, which would be about 3 years from now.
Wow.
What do you think about that time frame?
Wow. Yes, this is the stress, the dissatisfaction, the sun in reverse, that 9 of swords, and battling.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Still battling. All right.
Yeah.
And yet, I mean, there's that. If you were to have that in your own chart, you have to not force things. You just have to focus on other parts of your life. I mean, that's just the way it goes. And also, I just wanted to mention, everybody, Amber has 30, 60, and 90-minute recorded readings available. So just give her or send her an email and ask for one. You can also, if you remember, click the join button, get some member-only content. And of course, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Okay. And so this is Prince Harry's 2025. Some good things for him. I always like a Sagittarius rising chart. So Jupiter's going to be here. He is up here. And to me, I mean, this is clothing up here. Look at how there's that blue line. It's almost like is there something that has to do? Now, these are also reporters too. Virgo can be birds. Virgo can be reporters. He could be suddenly gaining favor with reporters. Maybe that is part of the plot. What's happening with this, do you think?
Let's see. I feel like it could be the clothing thing. Could it be clothing?
Yes.
Okay, I feel like I'm getting this sense of like leisure wear, not leisure wear, like active sport, active wear, maybe sort of California
sports.
Sports. Yeah, I'm seeing sports.
Like a sports line.
And it could have, this is weird, but it could have the word 4 or the letter 4, or like the number 4 in it. It might have something to do with 4.
Okay, that's weird because Megan just, she was on social media, or she was showing a hat that showed PH40. And PH, I wonder if it's, if they registered it somewhere, but that's Prince Harry 40 on the hat. So I wonder if that is a clue.
Something, yeah, with a 4.
Okay, interesting. Okay. Now, yeah, so I do think, and there's another thing too that I saw here. We've got, and then I'm going to wrap this up. This is the last question. Venus is a royal, and it's in the 8th house. This definitely is a royal because we're talking the last degrees of Leo.
Yeah.
And it's almost like a royal breaks from tradition and maybe supports him. Is there somebody in the royal family that's a female that is going to be a little bit more supportive of him?
Yes, that just fell out as you were asking the question, Ace of Wands. But this is Aries energy. This is fire energy. Could it be someone who has red hair?
Yes.
I mean, I know there's some redheads. Yeah, could be. Mhm.
Okay. And hold on. Buckeye, I'm having a bad vision of Harry in a 70s leisure suit, but that's big money. It's called, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a whole industry of like, it's like sportswear. And yeah, it could
Yeah.
be a polo number. That's good one. Good one.
Mhm.
And
Hmm.
yeah. Okay. So yeah, it almost looks like somebody helps him somehow. So that's going to be a good thing. But our time is up. So thank you so much. We are going
Thank
to see you
you.
next week, right, Amber?
Yes, yes.
All
Thank you
right.
so much.
Yeah. Thanks for all of your thoughts and observations. And thanks everybody for writing in today. Yeah, Elphaz, everybody's getting excited. Maybe he'll have a sportswear line. We're going to have to see. But great doing all the predictions with you. And we'll see you next time.
Thanks.